When you lean in, you get more light.
Like that. It's like, yeah.
Kind of like that.
That's crazy. I'm live. We're live. We're live.
Not on my end.
Well, we're live. Trust
We're not live until I get the go ahead from
me. It's been live for
StreamYard.
20 seconds.
StreamYard has never failed me. my
It
teeth ought to
always fails you.
my teeth ought to fall out of my head for saying something
I
dumb like
know.
that. Anyway, it is Friday afternoon. It is. I think it's July 10th. Damn. Seemed like we were just at the beginning of June, and now we're like halfway through July almost.
It just doesn't matter. It keeps going.
In the immortal words of the great Steve Martin, no, Steve Miller. Steve Martin.
Okay.
Steve Martin is great too, but Steve Miller. Time keeps on slipping
All right.
into the future.
Yeah.
All right, who are you again? I forget.
I'm the Bo Windico and John Colder, Ice Lawson.
I'm Brent Leary.
What's up?
People just love when I keep it consistent.
Nobody's ever told you that.
They love that they can count on me.
You know, that is cool, man. I love the way you talk to yourself.
As I was saying, people really do value a little bit of consistency in life. And that's what I provide. I'm here for you. But anyway, we are back. It is Friday afternoon. And apparently, we're just going to pick some stuff out of our behinds to talk about.
Oh, my God.
That really didn't sound
Dude, that you might.
Well, you the one that wanted to do, oh, we don't want to talk about nothing specific. Let's just see.
No, I don't want to talk about Apple.
I like Apple.
I do like Apple too, but and then I mean, shit. We just went back to war.
I thought we're already.
Your president's missing.
But what is he missing? Well, we better watch out what we say here.
But he's canceled all of his stuff for the whole weekend.
Really?
Yeah. You didn't hear about that?
No. Did that happen recently?
Yeah. They didn't put a hit out on his ass.
Is that why he didn't fly the plane back? He's afraid he might be under, on the. Remember, there's a movie in the 80s called it was a Dirty Harry movie called The Deadpool, and it was people were betting on. I think there's like 5 celebrities that you think are going to die next, and Dirty Harry was on one of them pools.
He was on the list.
Yeah, he was on the list. Anyway, so is this like some kind of measure just to make sure he's safe? Like he's not going to be anywhere, or they just aren't putting out his calendar for where he usually would be.
No, I mean like literally he's canceled the press pool.
What? I mean, but
like all the things that were on the press pool, they've all been canceled. It's like we're not going anywhere. That's the one thing, right? And then the other thing was, like you said, the airplane, right? So that airplane is not equipped like the old airplane was for actual military stuff.
Yeah, but shouldn't they have already known that before he got in it? And
yeah, they should have never flown that thing international with when it wasn't ready. So I agree with that part. But yeah, that's what. But everything's speculative. But I'm telling you, man, they are, calling for his head over there. And
I mean, weren't they already doing that? I mean, I'm not trying to be funny at all. I'm just trying to understand.
Respect, right? I mean, it's like, I think it's went from death to America to death to the president of America. So that's different, you know what I'm saying?
I would have just assumed that had been the case for like the last 47, 48 years.
I guess so. I mean, and I don't know. I mean, according to all his intelligence, it's like They don't have a navy. They don't have an army. They don't have any weapons. So I mean, everything's so confusing.
Could it possibly be they're doing this because he just don't want to answer any questions right now? Because there's a lot of stuff, that is going against them. Else. Because they got that housing affordability bill that he's refused to sign because he wanted to get the Save America Act. But if he doesn't sign it or veto it in 10 days, it goes into law. And it's saying today that if it's about to happen at the end of today. So could this be some kind of I just don't want to answer any questions kind of thing?
Well, I mean, he's not one normally to run from questions.
Yeah, but he's got a lot of,
you know what, except for the Iraq war or the Iran war. So he's ran away from that a couple of weekends in a row.
Well, I mean, he can only say we're 2 weeks away or we're a week away. I mean,
and then you got, Weekend at Mitch playing out.
You got that. You got the E. Jean Carroll $5 million he's got to pay. There's a lot of stuff that he really doesn't want to talk about right now.
Probably not.
And then they're doing all these.
What was that? The 7, the 8, whatever the hell that was.
7 or 8. What's that?
Yeah, that conference or that summit.
Oh, that just happened where he really looked bad.
Yeah, that wasn't a good look either.
They showed him falling asleep on people and he just storming out of Q&A. I mean, it has not been his best week.
It's not been a great week.
So he's probably he's gonna go golfing on one of his courses. And
yeah, he'll be golfing somewhere.
Yeah, which once again, I don't know. So this whole thing about, because he started mentioning it while he was away, that he's on the hit list or something, and I don't know, man. It's kind of hard to take him at face value for almost anything at this point.
I think that's one of the lessons that we should all pull away from this administration. I mean, it's just, I think that's an old saying. Once you start to lie, then the what was that, the web you weave.
Yeah, it's hard to keep it all straight.
Yeah, and that's just so much crap.
I mean, is this like really possibly a sign that all this stuff is kind of catching up to him?
No.
You don't think so?
Not yet. That's not the sign I'm looking for.
What's the sign?
No.
There's a lot. There's a lot of things going on, and we haven't hit the sign yet. I mean, wow.
I know we haven't hit the sign yet, man. I think the sign would be like bona fide presidency.
I mean, I actually heard on Fox News they were questioning some of this stuff.
Really?
Yeah, that's kind of surprising.
Yeah, that is a little surprising. I mean, they get soft every once in a while, but then they firm back up.
Like he threatens them and
yep,
gets them back into shape.
Carry my message, or I'm going to say something bad about you.
I don't know, man. It does. It's this whole time we're in right now with the AI stuff. I mean, you mentioned it. We're not going to go into it right now, but
go ahead.
Apple's showing OpenAI. I remember last year when that guy left Apple and went to OpenAI, the guy that was the design chief for the iPhone.
Yes.
He left, and you're wondering
what are they going to make?
What is OpenAI do? Because they're not a device maker.
They were getting ready to come out with a device. Supposed to be out by the end of this year.
And it sounds like maybe, and all this is happening around the time they're about to IPO, which is another curiosity. Why of all times, why now? Do they not right when they're about to go IPO?
Maybe just to make sure that the device doesn't land.
Well, I think it's that, but it's also to put a big old bucket of cold ice water right on top of OpenAI right as they're getting ready to IPO.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work. That ain't gonna work. I
You
think.
know,
I mean, there's other headwinds that have popped up as well, just in the AI world in
uh,
general.
like what?
No, I mean it's just I mean like with what happened with X and where it is today, you know. So it's like okay, if you were really expecting to pull out huge capital, as soon as you put in, now that kind of becomes a little bit iffy.
Are you
I
talking
don't know.
about the
I don't know.
SpaceX IPO? How it went
Yeah,
up
the
and went
SpaceX.
down?
Yeah,
Well, we all knew that was going to happen. Only the suckers who are not part of the get in on the ground floor. Only the suckers bought that on the first day or so.
right,
We talked about this. We knew what was going to happen.
right. But I mean, it does have some, you know, boil over into other IPOs that are coming out this year.
Well, you got Anthropic and you have the big ones. I mean, we there are others that are coming out, but we know where all the attention is going to be on
It's
these
all going to
two
be on
biggest,
OpenAI.
Anthropic and
Hey,
yeah, and
hey,
OpenAI.
well, they had a really good uh, batch of announcements yesterday. So,
Like what?
I mean, they released a bunch of. They released multiple versions of their new GPT 5.6. So,
Let me ask you this though:
yeah,
are these announcements? Do they get the same level of juice as they did when they were like like last year when they were announcing new models? It doesn't feel like it to me. It doesn't feel like they're getting the same kind of interest level from what just happened. Because right, you just said they announced some stuff I hadn't even
yeah.
heard
You
about.
said like what? I'm like, wow. You
I
have
mean, I bet what the Fable one, yeah, that got a whole bunch of
it
interest and
did.
all that. But then what you just I mean, I don't think they can keep giving new models and expecting that to be like the talk of the town
No.
for forever.
Well, it's definitely obviously not since you said what you said.
You could
So,
because I mean I looked at I bought this service. I can't even remember what the damn name. I saw it on a YouTube channel. It was one of these things that allows you to use multiple LLMs under one interface and pay like I think I paid $60 for the year. It was like a deal because it usually would cost you 250 or something like that. I was like, shit, I'll do that.
uh-huh.
And it lets you select what model or it recommends which model to use based on the prompt you're writing.
Yep.
So there's a ton of like models under these things now. Like you see all the different chat GPTs and the Anthropics and all of them with all their different level models, and you can select which one or you can let it recommend. There's so many, it's getting ridiculous. I mean, who in their right mind is going to understand all the models in the 5.6 and it's getting ridiculous. You need AI just for it to select the best model for you to use at this point. That's why I'm saying
Which that is what you just bought.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, who cares if 5.894 came out? Because it might not even be something you need right away. Only the sucker, well, I shouldn't say this, but I'm gonna say it. Only the people who want to be viewed as the king and queens and doctors of AI care about this and wear t-shirts and have images of ChatGPT Cafe.
Okay.
I'm serious about this. Who else cares about it to that level?
That was definitely very 2024-ish. So I don't. Yeah. It's. I think a lot of that magic has left the room, but but this is a big but. This
It's a
is
big
like
butt.
Cardi B kind of a but. You know, the deal is that there's so much. There's so many more on the sidelines ready to jump in. So um,
I
I
think
don't know.
it's just getting harder and harder to maintain the enthusiasm.
Yeah, you can't because they're rolling out so rapidly, and the advancements are pretty impressive, but they're not all that impressive for you to write your emails with.
Right.
I mean, it's just we've already hit the peak of that, honestly.
Yeah, I
Pretty
think
much.
so too.
I
But
mean, it's just
but the hype is still growing. That's the problem. People are still hyping all this stuff up.
a lot of hype
A lot of hype. Now there's some
because you got to remain relevant. See, every time a new model comes out, that's an opportunity for a new course, new training, new blog post, new video, so they are over hyping to me at this point.
I think AI slop is
Hey,
is
this is my
a is
buddy.
a huge.
Hey, buddy, what's up?
Somebody calling you in the middle of a show. Let's listen in, folks.
Yeah, sit there for another, 20 minutes. I'll call you right at 6.
He left somebody
Okay,
hanging.
yes.
He left
All
somebody
right.
hanging.
That's Troy. Troy Knowles is in the city.
Oh, he's in Atlanta.
Yes. So
Nice.
he's like, I'm here. What should I do? Should I jump on a train? Should I get an Uber? I'm like, just sit till this show's over.
Oh, we
I
should
should have told him to tune in.
try to get together with JB tomorrow for a lunch,
Well, holler, holler, holler.
something or other.
Because I don't know. I mean, he's working.
Oh, he's working.
Yeah, so he's got different shifts. He works at that new.
Not the Cosm thing.
Yeah, that's where he's working.
Oh, he's downtown.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. So we're actually, this is a little bit of news. We do our annual event, and we one of our friends he's pretty close to the guy that runs the Cosm in Atlanta. So we're looking at potentially
Renting that out. That'd be cool.
We'll see. It sounds like it's expensive.
Oh, I'm sure it's pretty expensive. I mean, well, here's the thing. I mean, it holds a lot of people and it's got a lot of tech.
Well, yeah.
I mean, how are you going to utilize that?
Well, we wouldn't do the actual event.
I literally don't want to see your face that
we wouldn't do the event there. We would hold a reception or something.
Oh, hold a little reception. That would that would be really cool.
Yeah, well, we'll see. But so he works for them.
Yeah. He worked for them in Dallas, and now that they're open here, and this is their big moment.
Yeah, they just opened last month, right?
Yeah, they just opened last month, and for this time.
Oh, okay. That's really cool. Yeah,
it is really cool, and he
really
likes it.
Yeah, I heard the venues are crazy.
Like, the what?
The venues, each of these venues are crazy.
Yeah.
Well, the technology. Although I heard one thing that is a bit troubling.
What's that? You're so
No, I really did hear this.
What?
The audio systems aren't as good as the video technology. I heard they kind of skimped on the audio systems.
Oh, that's interesting.
Which is not good because audio is really important for good video.
Maybe it's not ready.
We'll see.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, look, we got to get it open.
Well, I heard the same thing. I heard the same thing about the Los Angeles one.
Oh, okay. Well, that's dumb. That's so dumb. Okay.
Anyway, yeah, I'm hoping to get a tour to check it out because I haven't been there yet. I just heard about it, and our buddy is like, "Yeah, I'll see if we can hook it up."
Yeah.
So anyway, cool. All right. Um, back to what we were saying.
Yes. What were we saying?
What I think is really, I do think we're kind of getting closer and closer to this bubble thing now.
I mean, we're in the bubble. What do you mean? You mean the bubble bursting?
Yeah, that's what
I
I
don't
mean.
think so. I don't think so.
Okay, why do you not think so?
I don't think so because it hasn't been it hasn't been proven that it's not going where it's going yet. I think there's going to have to be a moment, and something's going to have to happen.
Well,
I'm not sure. I'm trying to remember what happened with the econ bubble. What was the catalyst there?
I don't recall, but
Or not the ecom. I'm sorry, the internet.
the .com bubble.
.com. Yeah.
I think there comes a time, like, all this money has been just thrown at this stuff.
Absolutely.
And as of right now, there still is no ROI in sight for most people, for most companies. They don't see the ROI yet. They can't even talk about ROI.
Are they still saying
Yes, they're still saying that.
I don't understand. That they're stupid.
Why do you not understand that?
I mean, because you can do so much with AI at this point. I mean, I just don't understand how you can't see benefit from AI. I just don't get it.
Look at the biggest companies, the companies that are investing billions upon billions of their in their AI build out. Those are what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the little guys who haven't really spent no money. I'm talking about the people who are spending more than what they actually bring in profit in a year, just in a year's worth of AI investment. So they make $100 billion. They maybe get 20 billion in profit, and they're investing 100 billion in this year alone in AI. Not to say how much they're going to invest going forward, but how long will it take for them to get their money back if they make 20 billion in profit in a year, but they're spending 100 billion in a build out? How does the math work?
Yeah, I mean so those guys are, but I don't think they couldn't have been investing that thinking that 2026 was when they were going to cash out.
I think that when you look at the numbers, just started spiraling because they all seem to want to have to
get more expensive.
They were afraid of falling behind, so they just kept announcing, all right, 50 billion. We're going to do an additional 20 billion. Oh, now we're going to do another 50. These numbers are just adding, going. And in the instance of something like I think a Microsoft or Amazon or some of the other, they were literally, maybe even Apple, they were able, because they make so much, they were able to invest without going into debt. But then you started seeing companies pledging this big amount of money and having to do debt financing to cover it. And I think that's when some of these financial people like, wait, what? Wait.
Well, okay.
And you can only do that for so long without showing anything.
So is this a issue really with the tech, or is it really an issue with the financing and the method?
Oh, I don't think it has anything to do with the tech. I think everybody realizes the importance of the tech.
Okay. Well, then we're on the same page.
But it's the finance, like Cisco back in the day. Cisco, we already talked about, they put all that money into building the pipe underwater.
And everybody's like, you're crazy.
Yeah. And it took them like 2 decades to actually make money back from all that they did.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's how long it's going to take for these people to make their money back from AI.
Well, see, that's what the people are not told that. They're not. They don't want to hear that.
I'm sorry.
Because they're not even going to be around when if that's the case. Everything seems to be was supposed to be accelerated, and now we're saying, oh well, you accelerated your investment, but don't be thinking you're going to get that back anytime soon.
I'm saying maybe 5 years instead of 20. It's accelerated.
I think there's going to come a time where people are going to be like, all right, we need to get real here.
Right. And it might be next year. I just don't think
it could be. No, I'm not. I don't know. I'm not saying it's imminent and within the next month or so.
Okay.
But I am saying there's going to be a big reckoning. I think I do believe that now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because somebody's going to realize, oh my God, we spent this money thinking we're going to get it back, and we're not even close to getting it back. That's when it's going to happen.
Yeah, and the stock market is still high. I mean, that little a bad economy, a protracted war could actually be the catalyst to start popping the bubble.
It just feels like we're always living on the edge right now. Like
it does feel that way, doesn't it?
It does, because like you go to bed,
like something's about to tip.
Well, you go to bed, everything seems nice, and then somebody in the middle of the night starts putting stuff up on social networks, and it just you wake up and you're like, what the hell happened? I mean,
well, I'm glad he stopped tweeting.
It's just like it happened this week. It literally happened this week. I was just
saying there's no Twitter.
Yeah, I know, but he goes and says, "Oh, the ceasefire is over," in the middle of the night. I mean,
in the middle of the night. I mean, why can't this man go to sleep?
Well, he was
What's
over
that
in
Michael Jackson doctor?
No, he's in jail. He's in prison.
Oh no.
No, Kevorkian. No, I'm just kidding.
We need to give him some sleep.
It's just the whole nation is living on the edge right now. It really does feel like it.
The whole world.
Yeah. If one thing we really do understand is it's hard to believe that as big as this world is, one person can impact the way we all feel and operate. It's just so in 2026, you would have thought we would be that couldn't be the case, but it seems like it's more the case. It's more easy for that to happen now because of the technology, because one person can tweet and have billions of people respond in real time.
It is what it is.
Did you see this thing too about speaking of the one person, what he said about Spain while they were over at the G7 or G8 or whatever the hell it was, how we don't want to do anything with it. I mean, and of course he says that stuff, but then there's other people who have to deal with that, and he didn't mean it, but there are things going on that are because of what's being said by the resident. I like to say, countries are like saying, you know what, we got to think about having our own technology in country and all of our stuff in country. We don't know if we can afford to go through American tech companies.
Yeah.
And I can't. I've had some really interesting conversations with some folks. I can't get into it, but they point out stuff that is going on what countries are doing right now that are saying we're moving away from Microsoft, we're moving away from Google, because that stuff is all headquartered in the US, and we don't feel comfortable about that anymore.
Well,
that's
too bad for them.
Too bad for us too.
Yeah, too bad for us too.
It's really it's just amazing how one person can have that much of an impact on all facets of what we're into.
Wow.
Yeah. So you add that into all the other stuff that we've talked about. It really feels like it's hard to get a good night's sleep because of
Well, I
all
mean,
this stuff.
this is the changing of the guard, man. This is the changing of the guard. I mean, absolutely. But when he says, what does he always say? America's hot.
Oh,
No,
the
what?
hottest. We're the hottest country or something.
Yeah, he's right. We're burning from the inside out, and people are standing on the shores and can see the
But
destructive nature of America, and they're like, "Hey, it's probably time for us to, you know, really stand on our own and bring things in house."
I will say, but one good thing has happened when it comes to our kind of our standing in the world. People have come to this World Cup from all these other countries, and they are loving the American experience. They're loving coming to whatever Georgia and California and
Oh, you mean all the Democratic states?
well, I mean, those are the ones that are having. I think those are the ones that are having World Cup games. Like,
Exactly.
wait a minute, Georgia. Georgia is still a red state. Let's not get it twisted.
Atlanta is not in Georgia,
Okay.
even though it's the head. So I meant to say, okay, Democratic run municipalities.
Wow, you got it. Really getting nitpicking on that one. But anyway,
saying, man, I mean, look, if they were in Arkansas and Mississippi, it probably wouldn't be the exact same.
I don't think they have the arenas.
They don't have the arenas, but they don't have the same America. Welcome. You're brown. That's wonderful. You speak a different language. That's interesting. It's a whole different vibe, bro.
And the thing is, like, all these people have come from all these different places, and I haven't heard of any negative kind of instance that has taken place, which is that's really great.
Considering, you know what? I think you nailed it. I think that's the part that's not being talked about. So all the fear and mongering that we have of, people from other countries, here we had all of the world come, and there's not been drama. You know what I'm saying? Nothing that we can point at and say, see, this is why we need to have the way and be as closed-minded as we are. So that I think should be highlighted.
That's like a saving grace right now.
It really is. It really is.
And the only real negative that has taken place, who was responsible for that? What did you call him? Schleprock?
Schleprock.
Wowsy, woo woo.
Everything he touches turns to shit.
But seriously, people are like, all these people.
Slept Trump. That's what I call it.
All these people from these different countries are coming here, loving it, talking about how much they love ranch and beer, and they said we're having a great time.
Yeah,
it's amazing that they come here and they get a sense for Americans versus one guy with the biggest megaphone in the world.
Right, absolutely. And the Americans that they're getting used to are the progressive Americans.
Well, they're the Americans that are embracing or glad that they're here. They're glad that they're enjoying the experience.
That ain't everybody, trust me.
Of course not, but it's here, and
that's the thing. That's the thing is, and that's the the uniqueness of America as well, is that there's a lot of different pockets inside of this, and there's a lot of different experiences as you move from city to city, country to or state to state, that you might not you might get a vision of America. You go to New York, it's like, oh my God, America's wow, but man, New York is not America. New York's New York. LA is LA. Atlanta is Atlanta. It's not America.
Well, we're not a uniform unilateral thing.
Not at
We're
all.
and that's the beauty of our
Yes,
country,
it is the beauty. It is the beauty. But
So
I
it's
think,
great to see people come to our country who
yeah,
probably were worried about coming here, but their love of soccer was outweigh, and their love of their country outweighed because they wanted to represent their country. All that was outweighed the fear. But it's so cool to see them say, you know what, we heard a lot of stuff,
yeah,
but we love being here. We love seeing what's going on here. We
yeah.
love the people that have embraced us,
You know,
and
it's
that's
like
what's going to be left in a taste is going to be left in their mouth.
it's
Exactly.
like going to Disneyland and saying, "I love America." I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is.
You
And
know,
look, they were raving about the stadiums because we have the best stadiums
yeah,
in the world.
absolutely.
So it that's the part that gives you hope. That
That gives me zero hope.
damn, why you gotta say it like that?
Because I don't. We don't have the buttons. You know,
Well,
we can't make the wars. We can't. But I always think the people could always get it right. It's the leadership that, and not just in this country. It's just in the world in general.
right,
You
right.
know, I'm sure these people go back to their country and they talk shit about their leaders too.
Oh, I'm sure.
You know, so, and I've been in a lot of other countries, and I'm amazed at how beautiful these countries are and how peaceful and this, that, and the third it is. But I'm sure it's because I don't live there.
And you ain't going to the places where the stuff is not the ideal part of the country.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So it's like, hey, you go and visit Disneyland or,
It's supposed to be a great experience. It's
yeah,
Disneyland.
exactly. I mean, it's like you're in Atlanta and like, I love Atlanta. I'm like, man, do you know they didn't spend years putting that shit together, putting this show together for you.
Yeah, Atlanta has done a great job attracting huge events, Super Bowls, college championships, World Cup soccer games. It's an international city,
Yeah,
and I don't care what anybody says who just so happens to be on a kind of a different political spectrum. You can't knock Atlanta.
nope,
You can't. You look what Atlanta has done. People are coming to these games enjoying themselves. Atlanta, the city, we know there's problems. We know there's some homeless stuff going on.
no, you didn't see any of that. We cleaned that up.
Yeah, but it'll be back after.
It'll be back right afterwards.
I was gonna say something but I'm glad I didn't because it would have been really disconcerting. Anyway, the city, all in all, it's the jewel of the South. I don't care. There is nothing that compares to Atlanta in any part of the South.
No.
And yeah, and the fact that people are coming here and enjoying it is good. I even have to give, there has to be some kind of working relationship between the mayor of Atlanta and the governor.
Absolutely.
Because you can't pull this off without having some connection to what's going on.
Bro, the money brings us all together.
And that's, and there's no shame in that. I mean, as long as we get together.
The opportunity, because everybody's getting to see the city. And now when it comes to, hey, where are we going to do XYZ? Atlanta's on their brain now.
Yeah. The one thing, just dipping a little bit back into the technology, it always kind of bugged me that we didn't get these big conferences like, Salesforce is based in San Francisco. So you kind of understand that. But, Vegas was set up for that stuff.
Yeah.
But Atlanta can handle big events. We've seen this.
We got the biggest airport.
We got and it's I think it's 80% of the country is within 2-hour flight from Atlanta.
That's because.
So we're set up to do all these big things, and we find ways to work left and right find ways to work with each other when it comes to the important stuff.
And I think Atlanta is very unique for that, somewhat.
Hey, even going back to the ridiculous 2020 election, even the right and the left found a way to make sure the ballots and the votes were what they were supposed to be.
Oh, whatever.
Hey, they had those folks
They are
got a lot
fixing
of
those
pressure
ballots as we speak, sir.
They got a lot of pressure on them when that was going on, and they held up.
Yeah, they did.
So
Yeah, and made changes to make it even better.
we'll see if it holds up a little longer. But
Oh my
because
God! But yeah, I agree. That's true. You know, because they were under a lot of pressure.
remember the poor lady and her mother,
Yeah,
the cab
horrible.
Fulton County voter workers and what they did to them. I mean, but anyway, so I after this conversation, I have to admit, I feel a little better.
Oh, good. Good
A
for
little
you.
better. You don't, huh?
Not at one iota.
Dang.
This is the calm before the storm, sir.
And this is the calm. Wow.
Yeah, this is the happy-go-lucky, and then we go right into election season. So no, it's getting ready to enjoy your summer.
Mm. Wow. All right. So what about just kind of circling the back on the AI front? So we both are saying we see AI backlash coming either from the financial markets or I don't know. It does something that wipes out another company's database. That stuff is going to happen.
Yeah.
That stuff is going to happen. Going back to like just small business people, how should they be reacting and responding to all this stuff around AI, around the models, around the data centers, around all this stuff? How should they be approaching AI with all that swirling around?
You know, they just need to embrace the technology of it right now, because I just really feel like in the next year or two, there will be a great separation between those that did and those that didn't.
I was talking to a huge small business technology provider, has millions of small business customers all over the world, and he said something that really kind of stayed with me. He said, "You know, we're here in this bubble. We're hearing all about AI and all the stuff and all the reactions." And he said, "You know, most of the small business people around the world they hate to even hear the word AI at this point. They just don't want to hear anything about it." I'm like, damn. And he said that's the majority of them. And I'm like, well, why? They really just think the hype has nothing to do with them. It's not geared towards what their business needs are.
Exactly.
And they're tired of hearing about it.
Nobody's actually laid out a case that they could relate to.
How is that case going to be laid out if it's so much noise and irritation surrounding AI? How do regular small business folks who now are turned off by even hearing the term, how do you reach them at this point?
I mean, here's the thing: their response at this point is because nobody's talking to them. I mean, AI came out and it spent all of its money trying to make the individual think it's their friend. That's what we spent all of all of our time, effort, money. Here's how to make your digital twin. Here's how to make some cool, images. Here's how to make your own blog post. All of that. It's been very geared towards the individual. Right now, with co-work coming online in the last year, and then you've got Google Work, OpenAI's GPT Work, whatever it's called, but it's called Work, coming online. So now the effort is going to go towards small business. And so nobody's really addressed them at this point, and I can understand why they have that feeling. Once the hose gets pointed their way, I think they will wake up to the opportunity. So
why aren't people speaking to them right now? I mean,
because the first wave was all towards personal. I don't know why. And another thing is too, it wasn't smart enough. Honestly, those first models, definitely from what we've got today, and then like literally since maybe November, December, things changed. These latest models, man, are right spot on for doing, work. Whereas before they weren't ready for work, because you would hand them some work and it would give you, like you were talking today, their inference would be like, it would just make stuff up. But we've got that in line today. I remember when that story came out, and some lady had let one of the models work on her desktop, and it ended up, or one of her files, and cleaned up
deleted everything.
Remember that?
Yeah.
That doesn't happen anymore. So that's what I'm saying. Those kind of instances we're not seeing at all. And people are working with real files and real businesses now. It's ready. It wasn't ready before.
You know why I think not technology wise, but human people wise, it's not ready, because hate to go back to my go-to. There are so many hucksters out there that they get even more huckstery as time goes on. It's not they don't go away, they multiply. It's like,
but
baby,
they're not talking to small business. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but they'll eventually start talking to small business.
Yeah, they're going to try.
Look, we already know some folks who are definitely talking to small business.
Well, they're going to try.
They're talking a bunch of BS.
Exactly. It's just not going to sell to small businesses if you're talking BS. You got to show some proof.
But I think it gets harder to show proof when the BS turns off the small business people so much, like my buddy was saying. Yeah. It's like they're just they don't even want to hear it now.
Don't worry about it. I'm not, that part does not bother me.
I think the people that are really that know their stuff and knows how to tell the story to small businesses are just so heavily outweighed by the people that look at this video I just created. They are. Oh my God.
I'm saying they are, because the money hasn't been put towards small business. The advertising hasn't been put towards small business. Once that happens, it's going to drown out the other noise.
I hope you're right.
It's just, here's the thing, man. The thing works. When you show somebody, boom, and they do it on their own. That's another thing too. AI has gotten to the point now where I don't really need to teach you how to use AI. AI will teach you how to use it itself. So we don't need the huckster in the middle anymore. We just need you to turn it on, try this, and figure that part out, and then start thinking with AI. Yeah. I think there's going to be that kind of shift. We'll see.
But people still, to this day, they would rather trust people than tech.
Yeah, but that's again, we get the right people. Let's get a Kardashian talking about it, and then they'll start.
Did you say the right people?
Exactly. Yes, I'm very serious about that.
That's what turns people off. The smart, the regular people, they don't want to hear from a Kardashian.
Oh yeah,
that's like the kiss of death.
Whatever. Oh, they wouldn't still be here. That's bullshit.
Small businesses do not want to have to go through the Kardashians to get the value of AI.
As an example,
That's
pick a star that they.
Well, somebody that they trust.
Pick somebody they trust. Pay them enough money. Talk about your product, and people will pay attention.
Right, well, Donald Trump.
That's an old. That happens.
Donald Trump.
Okay, I'm done with you.
I'm sorry. I had to end on a note of levity.
Oh my God.
Needed to laugh a bit. All right. I know you got to run because you got people to see and all right.
Places to be, weekends to start.
So everybody have a great weekend. Try to stay cool. We'll see you next Friday, maybe, hopefully. Have a great week. And yeah, we out.
We out.